Dr. Mike Lenore, and this is the Wellness Watch. Welcome to today's edition of the Wellness Watch. I'm your host, Dr. Mike Lenore. Today we're going to delve into childhood vaccinations, but not in the usual way. Let's forget for now the debate on the value of vaccination because, hey, I'm a big fan. Today we'll be tackling a different challenge, the fears our children get when it comes to getting vaccinated and the shot associated with that process. We have a special guest, Ms. Jennifer King, who not only overcame her fear, but also that of her child and wrote a book on how to do it. So get ready to make vaccination time a breeze for your children. All right, Ms. King, welcome to our program. You're one of the people that we're always looking for, someone who sees an issue and tries to solve a problem. Tell us how you got or why you got involved in the whole vaccination issue.
So my involvement came through my affiliation with National Council of Negro Women. Our initiative right now is called Good Health Wins, and that stands for Women's Immunization Networks. So the membership of National Council of Negro Women, an 85-plus-year-old organization, along with its affiliate organizations, along with the Pan-Hellenic Council, have all gotten together. And because we know that good health is the foundation for everything, and because we believe that everyone has a right to good health, we've all banded together in an effort to make vaccinations a regular part of African American living.
Well, you know that in this community and in California, vaccinations are mandated. I mean, you really can't get away all the time from not getting a vaccination. I think that one of the things that has always interested me and intrigued me is in looking at people who did not get COVID vaccines. Some of them were just scared of getting shots. I mean, some of them, it's amazing to me how often the whole prospect of shots not only affects children, or impacts children, but also impacts adults. Tell us a little bit about your experience with your own child as we talk about how you got engaged.
Absolutely. And I can really identify with what you just said, Dr. Lenore. Some 39 years ago, I was a brand new parent, and I was so blessed to have you as my pediatrician. But I really recall the very first time I had to bring my daughter into your office for her first vaccine. And I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but Dr. Lenore, I remember putting my baby in the arms of your nurse and leaving the room. I was terrified of vaccinations, and the idea of even watching her as a baby having to get a shot terrified me. So I'm 100% sure my fear of getting shots, I passed it on to my daughter.
So what we're dealing with here really is not just a child issue, but a parent issue around getting shots. And you know that I think that's something that was missed in a lot of the discussion about why African Americans lag behind in some categories. Although I think as we went further along, I think we really pretty much caught up. All right. So once you got a charge, once you saw this was the one of the issues for the National Association of National Council of Negro Women, how did you decide how to get involved?
Well, that I was going to be involved was a given. But what happened was there was an opportunity for us to take advantage of a grant. And what the grant asked is that we try to find a different way of approaching vaccinations within the African American, within the communities of color here in the Bay Area. And because I have a love of writing, we saw that as a perfect opportunity to give me an opportunity to write. And because our section of NCNW had a wonderful relationship with a local illustrator, we put those two things together, and then we thought, what would be the way we could reach children? What would be the way we can reach parents? And the light went on, and we thought a coloring book. And we thought a coloring book that could tell a story.
And so you definitely put together a tremendous project. The book itself is called Queenie Gets Her Shots. We'll have a shot here on the screen. And it's a very interesting book. I'm pleased to be at least mentioned in this book because that gives me, I think, as far as I know, my own literary legacy. But tell us how you decided to construct the story and why.
So, again, I was recalling what I had gone through with my daughter. And I remember when Lauren, it was time to start school, and we'd have this big fight. We'd have to go see Dr. Lenore. Do I have to get shots? And there was all this tension in the house about her having to get her shots. So I thought, well, let's tell Lauren's story, but I won't use Lauren's name. And just approaching and recognizing that for some children, there is a fear of getting shots. And then the idea came to the creative team, that one of the best ways children learn is not only through storytelling, but when they hear it, Dr. Lenore, from their friends, as opposed to hearing it from mom or dad, a teacher or a family member. But things really stick with children when they hear it from a friend or when they hear it from another child. In this case with Queenie, her sibling brother. So the story for this coloring book, Queenie goes to see her doctor, and the outcome is not good. She's terrified of getting the shots. And when she shares her reluctance with her friend, Isabel, and with her brother, Miles, both of them really lean in and reassure Queenie that getting her vaccinations is okay. And they do this by telling her the story of the various involvement African Americans have had in the history of vaccines and inoculations in the United States throughout history.
What has been the response to your book?
It has been wonderful, Dr. Lenore. The children love it. We've had wonderful responses from teachers. We've had actually one of our affiliate organizations, I'm still not sure how they got a hold of the book, but back in Newark, New Jersey, they contacted us. They loved it. Our Northern California regions of NCNW, and there are 10 sections throughout Northern California. Our sisters from Sacramento have contacted us. Our sisters in Fairfield have contacted us. San Francisco. It's truly been wonderful. We've heard from Sunday school teachers who shared the coloring book with the children in their Sunday school classes. So we've just been delighted. And to give you an idea of how well Queenie did, is the initial printing was for 2,500 copies. And Dr. Lenore, within a 3-week period, we were down 2485. So we were able to get rid of all except 15 copies in a 2 to 3 week period.
Now, we're talking not just to people here in the Bay Area, but we're also talking to a national audience through our relationship with blackdoctor.org. If they're interested in the book or they're interested in getting a copy, what can they do? Where can they go? And how is it being distributed?
So the book is absolutely free. It's not for sale because this is what we're doing for our community. So I would think the best way for them to contact us would be through our website, and that's eohncnw.org. And that stands for East Oakland Hayward NCNW. That's once again eohncnw.org. And just drop me a line and I'll get right back in touch with them.
And will you be able to provide books, or will you need some support, maybe from the audience we have?
Well, we can absolutely use support because the print, while we do distribute the books for free, the printing of the book is not free. So anyone in your community, especially that would like to assist us, we would be so very appreciative of that. And once again, the best way to do that would be to contact me at EOHNCNW.
And we'll put all that information on the screen. So here for our audience is a person who saw a problem, who saw an opportunity, who took advantage of that opportunity, which has a tremendous impact here in the local community. I know some of you are scared to get shots. I mean, and I know that I've seen your children perform for almost 40 years in every kind of act on the backs of parents and children. A book like this, certainly, where you can share a story with your own children, may make this whole process a lot easier. So, Jennifer King, thank you so much for putting us back together. And thank you so much for what you've done. And thanks to the National Council of Negro Women.
Thank you, Dr. Lenore. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to address your audience.
I just want to say thank you to Ms. King and the women of the National Council of Negro Women in putting together this book, Queenie Gets Her Shot. It's a fantastic asset. The response for parents has been amazing, and you won't believe how well the kids are responding. Of course, there's still a few outliers, the fighters and the screamers. But on the flip side, we've noticed another group that's surprisingly calm, those that have been exposed to the book. For more information about the book, Queenie Gets Her Shots, check on our website at aawellnessproject.org or Ms. King's website listed below. Or shoot me an email at drlenore@drlenore.com. So that's it for today, folks. And as a reminder, we always say, health is your biggest asset, so protect it. This program was sponsored by an educational grant from Merck Pharmaceuticals.